Hi everyone, I hope you're well. So today I want to do my capsule wardrobe for winter and spring. Usually spring here is pretty cool. Today is actually winter solstice, December 21st. So I do want to make sure to have this up by the kind of beginning of winter. It's already been kind of cooling down a lot in the last few days and maybe the last couple of weeks. So this has really been the wardrobe that I've been working with for the last couple of weeks as well. Now I think this one will be a lot more pieces than the summer and fall one, obviously, because you need more layers and stuff like that when you are in colder months. I won't include pieces that are only for layering, like thermal shirts that I have. So this is the wardrobe. These are just the necklaces that I have. Jewelry and stuff like that isn't really part of the wardrobe either. But yeah, here are my necklaces, other accessories like scarves, belts here, and here I have my proper wardrobe. So the first thing is these little like hair extensions that I used to have when my hair was brown. Well, I have them still, obviously, but I wore them a couple of times when hair was brown. My hair is not gonna be pink forever, so I do want to keep them, obviously, and they're also obviously not technically part of the wardrobe because they're not clothes. But I want to start off with the tops and things like that. As you know, I have said before that my band shirts are basically one item. They count as one item because they have very similar ways to be styled, and also because they're basically a collection in my mind. So I do consider them to be basically the same item, although they do have different colors going on, different cuts and stuff like that. But I don't know. I do know that I have a little too many tops, or maybe a little too many in the sense that I have fewer bottoms than I have tops. But I think that's just part of the style because I do wear all my band shirts, so I don't think that I really need to get rid of any of them. So the first one that I'm gonna go through is this velvet top. It's actually pretty good for these months. I don't think it's natural cotton. I think it is polyester. It also does feel polyestery, but it's actually very nice. I don't really mind polyester, especially when it's colder. It's not ideal, but I think it works well. And I find that polyester velvet tends to kind of not want to catch as much lint as natural cotton velvet often does. So of course I know it's not the best, but again, this is very easy to style, very versatile, and it was secondhand, but I don't really remember. Oh, it was from a Facebook sale, I remember. And I actually remember that I had to wait a lot for her to arrive, but it was definitely worth it because this is really cute. It looks very formal as well and very nice, and you can pair it with a lot of different necklaces because they stand out a lot with this type of collar neckline and with the color and the material. And it's just as a white, button-down shirt, as you can see. This is considered to be like a wardrobe basic by a lot of people, and of course it is very versatile, as you can imagine, but I don't find that it necessarily goes with everything. It goes really well with the navy knit vest that I have, for example, and it looks really good when you want to layer it under a cardigan or something like that. But it doesn't, the layering has to be kind of more on the formal side. I wouldn't really wear this under like a band t-shirt for warmth or anything. It would look kind of weird for my style anyway. But it is really good to keep it, so yeah. So I also have these. Oh my god, I have yet to iron this, unfortunately, but yeah, it's shirt, as you can see. I think it's from Forever 21 or something like that. No, it's from H&M, and I did buy this new from the store actually several years ago. So I mean, it's such a cute thing to layer with certain skirts because these ruffles here really stand out, and it looks especially nice with one of the skirts that I will show you in a little while. But yeah, the ruffles really stand out, but for the same reason it's also harder to maintain. So this is the shirt that I have from Fan Plus Friend, and I don't think they sell it anymore. I'm pretty sure they don't, but this is so pretty. It does have pretty large collar here, Peter Pan collar with a lace trim. The pin tags with the lace details as well. It's very pretty. I wore it with for my pirate costume on Halloween, and it was very nice for that. And it's also a Lolita shirt actually, so I could obviously wear it with some of my Lolita dresses, but I keep it in my general capsule wardrobe because it can be worn with a lot of different stuff. It's just that it has to be kind of like, it has to be eccentric enough to balance it out with this blouse. So this is actually a Lolita shirt as well. This is by Anna House, and it's just in black, as you can see. It's a little bit difficult because one of these, I think it's this one, this button really likes to come undone, but you know, it's a pretty nice one. It does have a lot of a few like loose threads that stand out a little bit, but you know, it's nothing too bad. And honestly, it's so pretty. Has a lot of pin tucks and lace all over. As you can see, the color is a little bit more subtle here. Long sleeves with the cuffs, and the buttons are also flowers. I made a dedicated video not too long ago for my band shirts. So if you want to see it, I will link it or I will put it in the iCard. But it's basically the same collection as before, maybe a few more, one more and one less. It's not too different. But the other ones that I have, pretty much here I only have like graphic tees. This is the Great Wave of Kanagawa t-shirt. I do have a white version that you probably saw in the previous capsule wardrobe, and it's quite pretty. Because of the color, it's a little bit harder to style. I also have my Barbie shirt, but I think that one is in the laundry right now. It's just a shirt in black that says Barbie on it, you know, nothing too special, but I can insert a picture of like what it approximately looks like. So here's the rest of my tops. And I also forgot to mention this corset that I had worn for the pirate costume as well, and you know, it's actually part of my wardrobe now, of course. It's just a regular corset with like the bra closures, and it also has the corset lacing in the front. And the boning is probably plastic, or it feels even more flexible than that. So it's definitely not steel boning, and it was pretty cheap either way. I got it secondhand as well, so yeah. So this is a strappy shirt that I like to wear mostly under long sleeve stuff, because it's something that really stands out sometimes if you want something printed to wear with more plain pieces. It looks really nice with burgundy, red, pink, solid pieces, especially when it's under a black like turtleneck or something like that. Oh my god, I have a black turtleneck, but I think it's in the wash as well. Oh my god. Okay, it's not here, but let me insert a picture and I'll consider it as part of the, you know, items for the wardrobe. This is the V-neck top. I think I've shown it before. Well, I have, I'm pretty sure, in other capsule wardrobes. It's kind of plain, but it also has kind of the interesting button here detail. We also have this other turtleneck, which is short sleeved, but it's a velvet one. So again, this is pretty nice. I don't love the fact that it's short sleeved so much because of for the winter, at least. Obviously it's too heavy for the summer, but it's also short sleeve, so it's not necessarily ideal for the coldest days either. But it is pretty cute. It's very flattering. It's kind of like form-fitting. This is a kind of velvety, I think, top that I bought at a vintage store, and it has this print that's kind of like an red orange kind of color, and it's just a floral print over this black background. Kind of hard to style this one as well because I don't have a lot of clothes in skirts that match the color well, and that I think are a good fit for how this one fits, which is more loose fitting. Some other ones are just these regular black cardigan. It just has buttons here for decoration. This one is the navy vest that I had mentioned a little while ago, and like I mentioned, it goes really well with that white button-down shirt. And these are kind of trendy right now, not necessarily this kind, this is a solid kind, and the ones that are trendy today are like different colored and in lighter colors as well. This is a, let's see, a wool sweater that I have. It's just a dark gray wool sweater. It looks more flattering on than you might expect from looking at it. This sweater that a friend gifted me. The front has a sort of like lace detail where it's kind of translucent, but it has the flower velvet detail there. And the back side is just solid, and the sleeves are also solid. I also have this red, kind of orange red shirt, cardigan as well. This I think would go well with the velvet shirt that's like has the orange red details, of course, and it also goes well with some skirts that have not black but red details. The one that I forgot to mention is this gray vest. As you can see, it has the puff sleeves here, pretty short sleeves. This can be worn over a thermal shirt or a white button-down shirt, and also you can wear it under the coat or a jacket. Okay, back to the stuff that I have here. So now I want to talk about the skirts, and this first one here is my long pleated black skirt. I think I have mentioned and showed this one before, but it's basically the way that I just described it. It's pleated, pretty long. It gets to around almost to the ankles. I would say like mid calf kind of. It's a little bit heavy, and I have to keep it here because I feel like the other hangers for skirts are a little too light, and this could fall on those. So yeah, it's very nice with a lot of different stuff. I want to wear it with more form-fitting stuff because it's very loose, of course. This is just my denim skirt that I wear almost at least once a week. I will wear this, and it's been going strong with me as well for like 4 years, and it's also second-hand, so it's definitely a skirt that has, been existing for a while. It's a pleated skirt, and it's also a plaid skirt. So as you can see, it has a pleating here. It's wool as well. It goes to the knees, and it's very warm, and it's kind of flattering as well, and it's very nice because it's those types that you wrap around and then you secure it on your waist. This is a purple skirt. This is probably my least worn skirt, if I'm being honest, but I love the color and I love the print, and I think it goes a little bit under the knees, and it's just very nice. I think it's silk, or at least the outer part is silk. It's fairly form-fitting. It's kind of a pencil skirt, and I could wear this with just a solid black top with a cardigan or something like that. This one is the skirt that I was talking about previously, the one that I can wear easily with the button down. It's a Pinafore skirt, so you have the two straps going parallel in the front. You have them crossed at the back, like this. A burgundy kind of almost floral length skirt. It's kind of like mid-calf again. It's also pretty form-fitting. It has a slit down the middle at the back so that it can be a little bit easier to walk on. This is the velvet skirt that I showed recently in a video, and let me just show you. I have to start it with the grabbing it from here because the straps are elastic, and I think it would probably lose the elastic after a while if I store it like that, like here, right? So as you can see, it does have the little cross charm there, and it's sort of a purple color, and it's just a regular skater skirt. It hits to like the knees, a little bit above the knees, has the lace trim here. Okay, so I have other skirts here. This is just a pink kind of fuchsia skirt that I wear sometimes. It's a little bit large on me, so I usually wear it with a belt, although it's still kind of a little too large. And you know, it's not ideal the way it fits me, but I do like it a lot. It's easy to pair sometimes with some clothes. The Barbie shirt, for example, anything that has pink on it, or that it's just black and stuff like that. This burgundy one, you have seen it a lot. The red velvet skirt, I've had this for a few years, several years. I did get this a long time ago. A pencil skirt, just a black pencil skirt, and I don't wear this one too often. I've spoken about this before, but I find it kind of hard to pair this with any clothes, because sometimes it feels too formal to wear with most things, like a band shirt, for example. But if I pair it with something else that's a bit more formal, it then looks a little bit too plain. But I do want to keep it because it's just very versatile, so I might just find some other ways to style it. This is a zip detail mini skirt. I mentioned this one before as well. Most of these I'm sure you have seen before if you you know, are subscribed, or you have seen my videos before. So this is pretty short, but I find it pretty easy to wear with, you know, leggings or thick tights and stuff like that. So in that way, it's actually pretty good for cold weather. This is another wool skirt that I own. As you can see, this one is kind of hard to style in terms of the color because I don't have a lot of red stuff. I have a lot of red stuff. I don't have a lot of green stuff, and I don't know. I don't find that I like it too much how it looks with red stuff, with, you know, red tops and stuff like that. And I think I mostly just like it with white. Maybe white and black, and it goes to, again, mid-calf, more or less, or a little bit under the knees. This is a little bit shorter than the pleated black skirt, or this one, I think. And another one that got lost in the drawers is my long skirt. This is just an A-line black skirt that is kind of more on the thin side. It's more flowy than any other skirt, and it's also a little bit shorter than the pleated black one. Still kind of a long skirt. It's definitely kind of mid-calf, or sort of it's definitely under the knees. And as you can see here, I have just those skirts that I mentioned, and also my petticoat. And I also have just like more special occasion stuff, like my dirndl here, some Lolita dresses, and here I have some fabric scraps and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the main pieces, I guess. I have this jacket. It's kind of a cropped jacket, so it falls to kind of the waist, and it's just a kind of dark denim wash. And you know, it's very nice, kind of better for casual outfits and days that are not too cold and stuff like that. The other one that I have is this coat. It's really more of a dress, but in functional terms, to me, it's really a coat. This has a really nice kind of like a gathered detail here on the skirt part of the coat or dress. And then it has a fully buttoned down feature here, which is why I basically wear it as a coat. And also the fabric itself is more on the thicker side. It's not waterproof or anything, but you know, it's definitely more meant for, like, I would say cold weather, or as like to be an outer layer, I would say. It also has pockets here, which is pretty cool as well. And it has the half sleeve, kind of 3/4 sleeve. Yeah, I mean, it's very, I like it a lot. I like that it's more of a feminine kind of coat. And it's simple, but still, I mean, it kind of has a statement with the kind of skirt going on here. And sometimes it's kind of like essentially wearing a dress over your outfit. So it's pretty cool. I like that a lot. So I also have 3 pairs of shoes that I have for this capsule wardrobe, and the first one is the ones that I wear the most. These are some T-strap Mary Janes by Rockport, and again, they're kind of my daily wear. They're a little bit, you know, beaten up, I don't know, but they're definitely being worn. But you know, they're just very comfortable, and they're still going strong, I would say. And these are some boots that I bought last year near you know, the cold weather was kind of ending by the time I bought them. But yeah, they have a fairly not very large heels, kind of like 3 inches maybe. So I'm not too used to high heels, but the only times where I feel kind of uncomfortable is when there's a ramp going down, and there's, you know, this makes it feel much more severe, so I don't love that. The lace-ups, and they also have the zipper down the side. These ones are also really cute. They're from a Mexican brand, Me Too, so they're quite pretty. They're a little bit on the tight side. This part you kind of have to wear what do you call it, band-aids on your heels, because they're kind of brutal and they have made me bleed the first time I wore them. And of course they do look really like vintage and cute with the kind of Oxford look. Yeah, that is my capsule wardrobe for winter and spring, and I hope you found this interesting or helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.